Okay, so we're back from our short break here with a new face. We've got Golden Nova Yu-Gi-Oh back in the booth for us for top 4. It's getting exciting, isn't it? It's getting exciting. We got money on the line, folks. Money on the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah, we're back here with the 46 card striker deck. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, we're here with the 46 card striker. We saw Zalika last round. Just beat birds into the ground. It was sad for me to see. But happy if you're a striker fan and you don't like birds. It was a pretty rough beating, honestly. But on the other hand, we've got B2 Beatrice, who I believe is on Drytron. And I think we saw a crazy game yesterday that ended with a top deck Nova that just went crazy against Striker itself, in fact.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to be an interesting match. I think a lot of it will come down to the dice roll. And I don't know who won the dice roll. And it looks like...
Well, no matter what, the level 1 deck is going to... Oh, never mind. This isn't Lyrilisk versus Drytron. This is Sky Striker versus Drytron. Don't worry about the level 1 joke. It didn't matter.
Okay, so we're going to see... let's see. Is there Fusion Destiny? That's the $1 million question. No. No Fusion Destiny, no Ray. You're about as happy as you can be as BTO Beatrice here, losing a dice roll. Okay. You can take a deep breath.
What's the worst that set card could be? A Widow Anchor?
Probably the worst. Well, there's also TC Boo. We saw last round that Zalika's on TC Boo.
Yeah.
That would not be fun. We have Bear in the chat saying, let's go Striker. What's your sentiment? Who are you rooting for here, Nova? What's your favorite deck?
I don't know how anyone can get behind the militarized industrial military complex of Sky Strikers. Drytron is literally mecha dragons. I don't know how you can vote for anything else.
Agreed. The military industrial complex, a terrible thing. And, now that they've dressed it up as cute girls, everyone thinks it's okay, right? But no, we're not falling for that, Konami. Okay, well, actually, a lot of people are falling for it. But
first it was streaming on Twitch, now it's making waifus. What end will they not go to?
Exactly. But we do see you never want to hear this Alpha Tribute Ben 10. I never want to hear that again in my life, but I've heard it here.
Music.
Yeah.
Music to my ears.
We've got Alpha. The Ben 10 is about to resolve here. And we'll have to see what happens here. This is going to be interesting. This is going to go Diviner.
Ooh, yes.
I like Diviner here. He might go Diviner, just try to pop the back row. Which
has there ever been like a stronger engine card than Diviner of the Heralds? I don't think they make anything at that power level anymore.
Yeah, I think the only card that I would think of that's stronger is a card by the name of Sky Striker Mobilize Engage.
What? I don't know.
only other card I think is stronger. But okay, here we go. I mean, depending on his hand, he might go NTSS Pop here. He doesn't have to because he could go Nightmare Phoenix Pop as well, depending on how he wants to sort of keep his board going. It's hard to say. Hard to say what he will do here.
What are we sending is the question.
Yeah, so will we see NTSS? Will we see Herald? Okay, Herald. We're going to see the Herald.
Ooh, we're extending.
He's like, you know what? I don't think that's TC Boo. Or I have a plan for it. That's probably one or the other. He probably has a plan for it, honestly. Rez, no droll. Okay. Link 2. Are we going to see a Phoenix here? The answer is, Simon says... Oh, whoa!
Are you... What? Okay.
F.A. Dawn Dragster. Whoa. That is cool.
Wow, incredible.
That is so cool.
So what could that mean? Does that mean that Beatrice basically has everything on lock in hand? They're just getting the extra insulation?
Yeah, well, also it's just like it's a way to negate spell and traps without having to pitch a card from hand. That is so cool. I've never seen that before. Okay, we're gonna go now. Meteos, Drytron, pitch Gamma, summon back the Ben 10. Asking on Rez if anything.
Good. So good.
So good, yeah, and this is going to negate a spell and trap on the next turn, too. This game will probably go farther than this turn. So really, it's Nibiru or bust, is how I always see this now. It's Nibiru or bust. This is so cool though. I've never seen that level. That makes sense though. So here's the TC Boo. Yeah,
and now it's no. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is like one of the scary parts of not going for that NTSS earlier. You know, like
yeah, the negation long term versus the short term knowing it's gonna
resolve. Yeah. I mean, he might not play it. Oh, but he's gonna change up.
Shut
huge
up.
Play. The Valor will not resolve. That TC Boot will be negated. Let me just double check. Let me make sure that this works here. Okay, let's read this. If this card, each time a spell or trap card is activated, you can increase this card's level by 1 once per turn. When your opponent activates a spell or trap card by quick effect, you can reduce this level by 2. Yeah, so it's already been reduced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Or is it just cost?
Wait, it's not cost. Once per turn, your quick effect, you can reduce this level by 2. I don't think that works.
And if you,
I don't think
right.
that works. We might need to get a judge in here. My careful reading of FA Don Dragster, you didn't reduce level by 2 because you sent it off droplets. He would have had to. Yeah, I don't think that works. So
yeah,
you know,
there we go.
My spidey senses are
hopefully
tingling.
That's the pause.
You know, my spidey senses are tingling. And we've got Swarm Host User. Wow, that guy. That's a gray name. You know the gray name on Dueling Book. Those guys are serious. You know.
Oh yeah, they're always talking about steel swarms.
Yeah.
Evil swarms, swarm of scarabs. It's all they're on about.
Exactly. So we're gonna see, you know, that's why I was really rooting for the NTSS to be sent. But I also know that Zolika is on TC Boo, which changes the whole game because you know I know that he's playing TC Boo. But I think we're probably seeing a pause for this reason. We're gonna find out that actually that TC Boo is not negated. So.
Well, you love problem-solving card text. On the one hand, it's great to have a unified code that shows us how cards work. On the other hand, how do you read all of Crime and Punishment to understand how a card works?
Right. Yeah. Okay. So we've got the correction here. We've got the correction. Chainlink 1 TCP, Chainlink 2 Droplet, Chainlink 3, or Chainlink 2 Dragster, Chainlink 3 Valor, Chainlink 4 Droplet. Yes. Yeah. So this doesn't quite work. Yeah, it's true. This doesn't quite work. If it reduced by cost, it would.
Yeah, whole other story.
Yeah. Okay. So it looks like it's been caught. I don't know if I might have triggered this catch. We've got judges watching these games probably, so you know I might not be the only one that noticed that. I like to think that I'm the only one that noticed that.
Oh, shout out to the judge crews, man! Once again, doing some excellent jobs out there. Having to handle a lot of very intricate knowledge. We wouldn't have these tournaments without you folks.
So, yes, thank you to the judges. Okay, it's not over. You know, we still might be able to get a Phoenix out on the board somehow. Although we already got the normal summon, so it would have to be Gamma on. Gamma.
And thankfully, because Ben 10 destroyed Shizuku, they can burn their opponent for Shizuku's defense. What's half of Link 1? Or what's the original defense of Link 1?
That's a good question.
I go with math.
That's a good question. I didn't even know it had that effect. I have no idea. Because we're going to go Gamma Tribute Ben 10. Ben 10 effect. It's going to be another Diviner of the Heralds here. It's probably going to have to go for NTSS. It's going to go for Ava. That's interesting. Does he have a way to discard this? Okay, so he's going to go Vidionis, Chain Nibiru. So he did have the Nibiru the whole time.
Okay.
This is
I guess you do want to do it now before the Ben 10 is actually on the field, so you don't inadvertently give your opponent advantage.
Right, and he also might not be able to actually summon this Ben 10 because of needing the Gamma to actually have enough to summon it. So it's just gonna be a pass. Ooh. Wow. Sets 1 passes, yeah, so that's Nibiru for you. He goes with Area 0 off the top here. Can he send his own Nibiru? He cannot send it. He cannot send his own Nibiru. The whiff.
Ooh, get him out of here.
The whiff. The whiff. Now, I'm wondering if BTO Beatrice has another the Diviner of the Heralds in his hand, because That's what I would have prioritized off Ben 10 to get out from under this TC Boo. Not sure on that matter. He's thinking here. If he has a normal summon, he can still go DPE, which is huge. I don't know what that set is. If I had to guess, it might be like Called by the Grave. I don't know what Drytron would set into a striker board. Like, I'd be terrified to set into a striker board. Sorry,
now, let me check the grave here.
Yeah, what do you think it is? Because I think you were about to offer a suggestion to what you thought it was in the grave.
I was trying to think, because I was going back last turn and be all like, they ran over the Shizuku, but I thought we might see a Ray, but only we have Rosengrave, so that was a safer get rid of. The Call by the Grave would stop more Ray shenanigans, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment.
It could be another
Called by
droplet.
feels like it's the only thing that could possibly be.
Yeah, it could be another droplet, because we know they run droplet. But it's really interesting here. Okay, so this is where I think, this is where it would be nice to have that Diviner of the Heralds. To maybe get out from under that TC Boo. But again, we should try to pull up Beatrice's deck list. I don't know if he runs... Some people don't run NTSS. They just don't run it. Which would change things a lot here.
It's free... hello. Oh,
okay.
Thuban, okay.
Yeah, so this is Alpha attributing ultimateness. Right, so this is his line to get back into the game. He needs to go Ritual Spell to get a Fairy and a Machine on the field to be able to make Phoenix, right? He's going to want to go Phoenix pitch Ava, because we know he has the Ava in his hand. The Ava will be able to, just keep the combos continuing, right? Okay, but Zolika probably has some hand traps in that hand of his. So we're going to probably see either a Natasha or the other Cyber Angel. I'm blanking on its name right now.
Idaten.
Idaten, that's what it is, right. So here comes Meteonis, adds back the Alpha. Now, does he have enough stuff to tribute where he doesn't have to use the Alpha on his field?
Man, Invocation is my favorite ritual spell. It's so strong.
Yes, that Meteonis Drytron is just a crazy card. It's actually just insane, and seeing it bounce back to your hand 5 times in a turn with like Edatin and its own effect, you're like, you know what, this can't be right, but it is. So,
there has to be some like semicolon somewhere that makes this effect not work, but tournaments again and again have shown that is not the case.
Exactly. Okay, so this is good. We're gonna see Linkuriboh. This works as well. This will go because Linkuriboh is a Cyberse. Chain Go spell on the Gamma. It depends on his
deck or grave. Sorry.
Yeah, but he still has a normal summon here. He still has a normal summon, I don't believe.
At the very least, he can always just normal summon the Eva to get the trigger, right?
Right, he could normal summon the Eva to get the trigger. That's what I'm thinking as well here. It's not particularly over. He could normal summon Eva to get the trigger here. The question is that like another Veiler in his hand? Actually, you could go... No, that doesn't work. No, I don't know what I'm thinking here. Of course, if Veiler doesn't care about chain links. I was about to say you could chain block the Phoenix, but that doesn't do anything. Oh!
Yeah.
So we have the Ritual spell. He has a Natasha. Well, that's huge. Natasha is huge here. I guess he didn't want to gain 150 life points. Oh, there we go.
So, like, there's tons of cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That have, like, that secret third effect that no one ever uses. I feel like the life point one is for Natasha. When you have a Snatch Steal on a body, everything else just feels irrelevant.
Yeah, but at the same time, I feel like if you are one of those, like, Drytron players, you just point at Natasha every time it's summoned. I want to use the effect. I want to use the effect. I think she can target herself, too.
I want to win in time.
Okay, here it comes. He's just going to take the nib now. And this actually might just be game. He's got out on front of the TC Boo. So
there we go.
He's gaining some life points. 3k to the half its attack. Do you really gain 3,000?
A bit too much, but
yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Maybe they're making up for the fact that they didn't do it previously, but I don't think that's allowed.
Yeah, I think maybe a typo there. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with the 3,000 life points. It probably doesn't matter, but
of course, there's also a lot of instances where players at higher levels of competition will just like agree that like to make things go faster, these would have happened anyway.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Although the math doesn't check out because it would still only be 2,000 max. The game has been paused. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but okay. we've got at least a link 4. That's at least access
Oh.
code. That's 4,300 at the minimum. Okay, now we've lost the 1,500 life points. Fix that up real quick. So yeah, what goes on here? Now, it depends on what the last card is. Again, Nib is the big thing. So he could go Appaloosa. Appaloosa is an option here to play around Nib. Try to go for an OTK with an Appaloosa plus like access code, perhaps. But he probably needs a couple more Drytrons in his grave. He already used Alpha, already used Gamma, so nothing is happening there. I believe he didn't. Did he normal summon? I actually don't believe he normal summoned yet. But
I'm not seeing anything that would. Yeah, I don't see anything that would show that he's normal.
Yeah, because we went Link Rebo and we went for a ritual spell on Natasha attributing Draconoids. I don't think that happened. Here comes Unicorn. Okay, I like this. Even if you get nibbed, there's no area 0 left. So he might just go bang in there for 5,500. Yeah, I think I like that. Of course, you know, this leaves you open to top decks. Like, it's not over yet, right? Fusion Destiny, Ray, Engage, some good top decks. Pot of Prosperity is a good one that we know Zilika is playing. So, not over
out
yet.
of all the cards in Sky Striker's arsenal, the scariest one is the top card of their deck.
Exactly. You can't play around it. We know the card in his hand is probably not the most useful. But the one he just drew, who knows? Oh wait, we knew it was Engaged. Sorry,
oh my god! Are you a bonus? Are we bonus
stupid.
effects? Oh, we're not though.
I'm stupid. You know, it just came with Shizuku. I'm just stupid. He searched it on the first turn. I forgot about that. I don't know what I was thinking. The reason he couldn't use it last turn is because he couldn't get the nib off the field, which was huge.
Yeah.
So it's just me being stupid, honestly.
When are we gonna get the Link Rebo for level 11s? Come on, get on this.
Exactly. So okay, but it's, I mean, Engage here is not. I mean, it's good, but not broken. It goes after burners. Interesting. So he must have a Ray in his hand. I just don't see how you would not. Oh, he's a Rose, so he can pop the. Oh, he's popping the Unicorn. Gonna summon back the Rose.
Oh, kidding me.
That works.
That's so good.
I forgot about that. See, you know, this is why I don't play Sky Striker, guys. There's just too many. You know, I just summon Grand Manju attack. And worry about that. Okay, so Kagari gets engaged. So basically, but he does have the droplets, right? So it was the droplets. But what do you send here? You probably send Nibiru. Yeah, you send a Nibiru. SS Engage says, "Do you?"
Oh no! Watch out! It's 750.
He was talking about the Link Spider when you were asking if there's Link Rebo for level 11s. He's asking if you mean Link Spider. We got it in the chat here, which, you know, Link Spider does get rid of level 11 tokens.
Okay, you know what? You got me by purposely misreading what I meant. You got it, and I got to give it to you. Whole debate tournaments have been won on that, so I can't argue.
Now, if this Kagari attacks, quick question, Nova, how much attack would it have?
Oh, well, it's under droplets, right?
Yeah, it's under droplets.
So I'm under the impression that it's 750.
No, actually, it would have been 1,700 halved.
Okay,
craziness.
Because
droplets freezes the attack. Anyway, you know, quick ruling knowledge. Quick ruling knowledge. There you go.
All right, next time I'm talking with Coder, I'll be a bit stronger.
Exactly. You can't get tricked on that. Okay, Shizuku. So, okay, again, not the worst here. He might go for a Shark Cannon here, try to get rid of one of these Drytrons. Yep, here comes the Shark Cannon. It's going to have to get rid of one of these Drytrons here. Or maybe the Natasha, because Natasha is going to just be games. Actually, I think he has to go for Natasha. I actually don't think it's a choice in the matter. Has to pick Natasha.
Yeah, Natasha's such a strong just play out of the game card if you have access to it.
Yep, he has to go Natasha here. Okay, so Natasha's gone.
Okay.
Remember we had this situation yesterday. We have Striker versus Drytron. It all comes down to the top deck. Is it something he can tribute his Drytrons for?
Come on!
Dun, dun,
oh!
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, look at the extra!
Looking at the extra. This has been a great match, honestly, already.
It's incredible. Match. Love watching some high-level Yu-Gi-Oh! And seeing, and there's the concession.
Wow. Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna go look for in the meantime, I'm gonna go look for the deck lists here. Because I want to know if there was an NTSS in his extra deck. Um but yeah, it's oof. Crazy. Crazy.
Mm.
Crazy. So okay. Drytron's gonna get to go first, game 2 though. I still can't find the deck lists. I gotta go look where I gotta go search up for it. But we're gonna see game 2 here. Drytron's gonna get to go first. Now, again, we know that there's a lot of hand traps in Zolika's deck. So pretty huge here. Okay, but we got prep into Benton into Droll.
Roll.
Oh, but tactics. He's looking at the hand. That's huge.
Ooh.
That's huge. He's looking at the hand. That's huge. Because, you know, if he can make somewhat of a play here, like DPE, he gets rid of the starter. Okay, so Rose is to deck. He's going to type out the other 3 cards. Valor, Celestial, Nib. Okay, so see, this is huge, right? Now, but the problem is...
Oh, wow, yeah.
Celestial, you know, he can just pass here and just hope he doesn't get a starter. It goes set 1 pass. Yeah, this is the power of tactics here. It's sort of like, okay, well, if you're going to skip my turn, I'm going to try to skip your turn. Sort of thing.
Yeah. Lingering floodgate effect, huh? That's cute. Anyway, triple tack.
Okay, so I don't know what this pause is for. Is he mad that he wrote out the hand? It's definitely maybe.
Oh, like a note-taking thing?
Yeah, the thing on Dueling Blinks, you can't stop that because it automatically takes notes. Like, for example, you can just point at all the cards in your opponent's hand. Like, you can just, like, target them, and you'll know them forever. But...
yeah, that's another one of those weird things where, like, you're never going to have a one-to-one approximation of what playing in paper Yu-Gi-Oh! Is on simulators like this.
Yeah, there's just nothing you can do. You have to allow it because there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Like, so, like, I mean, okay, if you don't allow it in the client, what, you're going to stop someone from taking a screenshot? Like, you know, it's just too hard to police.
Like, how do you enforce that exactly?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, but I do think that note-taking should be allowed.
I agree, too. Oh, and he top decks Prosperity into Ray. Oh,
there we go.
Oh, my gosh. Well, that was a good top deck.
Remember 5 seconds ago when we were like, oh man, we can hope that they don't draw into a starter against the Sky Striker deck. How foolish we were.
Yeah, I mean, that's rough. This is maybe a droplets.
I have 9 starters and 3 cards that find more starters.
Okay, so the question is, do you droplets this? If you have it. It's half damage because of Prosperity.
All right.
Then Shark Cannon. Okay, so he's going to get the end phase engage. Yeah, so this is the classic protect your engage sort of thing. Droplets here. Okay.
Now it's trapped in the grave, so you can't get to it.
Personally, I might have preferred a droplets on the attack of Hayate. Saves you a bit of damage, plus 1 less spell engrave, but I mean, engage goes to hand either way. But
that's her.
Especially because you know their entire hand, right? Obviously, it's safer to go droplets on Kankari if you don't know their entire hand, but you do. So, there's that. But let's see here. So, he's got a Gamma. We know he prepped for Ben 10, so is it going to be Gamma from the grave here? It is going to be Gamma from the grave. There is no response for this. So, okay, this is BTO Beatrice's turn. He knows about Valor, right? That's what he's got to play around. How much can he do against a Valor? Actually, he has Nib as well. Sorry, we have Valor, Celestial, and Nib. So he's got to play around a lot of things. I mean, geez, like 1 hand trap, doable. 2, it's always like, oh, it's an upward battle.
Yeah.
You know, especially against Striker.
We're not privy to the 4th card in hand, right?
No,
no, they searched it with Shidoku.
Yeah, we know every card. Okay. Yeah,
so they have just 1 Valor to contend with, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting here.
And that's not going to do much against the small Drytrons because their additional effects activate as part of their summoning, right?
They do, but it will stop something like a Diviner of the Heralds. Yep.
Like that. Mm-hmm.
Yep. This, I don't know if I like this though, because now I would have saved my Veiler for the DPE actually, because look at this. Now you let him go DP when in 4 summons here. Again, it's still not good, but like
it's like the choice, lesser of two evils kind of deal.
Right. You know that B2O knows that you have Nib in your hand, right? So I mean, maybe he just tries to get it out this turn, but he's got to survive the engage next turn, right? And that extra spell might really come up this next turn, which is why I might have preferred a Droplets on the Hayate the previous turn.
Yeah, more spells engraved means more bonus effects, which is not where you want your striker player to be at. So we're kind of in a situation where like the effect Veiler might have seemed like the correct choice, but because you pulled the trigger on it too quickly, they didn't get a chance to extend into a Nibiru.
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay.
But no Anaconda.
Anaconda. I thought. I might be mistaking. There must be a different Drytron. He might not run Anaconda, actually. I might be wrong about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess we might be confused here. We've seen some Drytron players with and without it. I think actually that's right. We spectated a Drytron player earlier today that was running the DP package. I don't think BTO Beatrice is actually. But now this engage is just going to take over the game. I mean, it's going to grab a spell that he can activate, probably a Shark Cannon.
Oh, gross.
And then he'll just be able to get it back and then go for an engage for a draw as well. So, yeah, this is, I mean, Zalika.
Oh, the module.
Oh, he's going for the multi-roll. Oh, no. Hate to see that as well. I guess that's probably just as good.
Yeah, that's when the game is over. When your opponent's confident enough in their state that they can be all like, yes, I'm going to get a card that does nothing now, and then Spellbook of Judgments me later, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah, it's not looking good. He can maybe steal for a DPE play here with the Widow Anchor. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. It's looking grim. It's amazing. 1 prosperity. This is 1 ray, by the way. Change the entire outcome of this game. It's actually crazy how much of a difference 1 card can make. And that's the power of prosperity for you. It gets you what you need.
Oh man, the power of prosperity does sound like an episode of the anime.
The power of prosperity. Yes. Agreed.
And then they're getting linkage in a few months. Like, what is going to stop Striker from taking over the game at that point?
That's a great question. I don't know. That card is pretty good. It lets them do so much damage in 1 turn. It's like actually insane.
Which used to be like the weakness of the archetype. You couldn't just OTK out of nowhere without a very specific setup. Now linkage does it for you, and it dodges things like these effect dealers we've been seeing all tournament.
Yep. So we're gonna see another Shark Cannon. Shark Cannon, banish probably either Gamma or Ben 10. Wow, he's gonna go for Gamma. That's confidence right there. And yep, here we go. We have Nicholas Otis says, "I'll defeat the power of prosperity and this mech suit I found. I'll defeat it with the power of prosperity." Yeah.
It's mech suit.
Yeah, I don't know how the mech suit and the prosperity look. They don't look quite right together. The mech suits and the prosperity, like it's a little bit odd.
I don't think this is a regulation power source. You can't put a vase with 2 faces on here like that. That ain't kosher.
Yeah, but okay. So he's gonna normal summon Eva. Okay, so what is the plan here? I'm just trying to think of a way that BTO can get back into this game.
We Widow Anchor the Eva.
Yeah, he might Widow Anchor the Eva here. Then you could go Battle Phase Crash to just still trigger the Eva. But then you lose your Diviner, so it's...
Yeah.
It's
not a clean out, but it's certainly one of those lesser of 2 evil kind of situations. Like, letting them link 2 and getting Eva seems like a pretty bad deal.
So, I mean, Yep. Okay, so your play coming through.
Oh
Gonna
my
take it.
gosh, I didn't think I'd predict anything in a striker matchup. That shouldn't happen.
Well, I think it's the right play. I mean, okay, if he goes battle phase, I mean, like that means you're guaranteed another turn, so you're gonna win probably either way. Because the Eve like just can't get. Oh, it's not gonna work either. There's Shizuku lowering Diviner attack. Yeah,
Oh,
so that
you're
doesn't really
right.
work.
Oh, right.
I think maybe BTO talking about the
Oh,
same
wow.
thing, but that doesn't work. So end phase gonna set back the Widow Anchor,
And you
and
just get it back. Oh my god.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I feel like I'm back in toss format right now. Just
yeah,
watching the hope slowly drain from your opponent as strikers like set one,
yeah.
activate, 2-for-1, again.
And BTO you can't really concede either because like there's no benefit to you conceding. Like if you
No.
concede, you lost the game anyway. That you're not saving any time. So sort of just have to play it out. We have Theo's has banned the Sky Striker deck. Listen, Theo, I wouldn't disagree with you, but that would make a lot of people not happy. That would make a lot of Striker fans not happy. But I don't disagree with you because I never like losing to Striker, especially like this.
It's like the worst part of losing to a stall or burn deck, but like you can't tell that to your opponent because they're playing cards. They're doing things, but the spirit is there.
I like though how we have in our Twitch chat the exact opposite, saying it's nice to see Drytron getting bullied. So you can see like the dichotomy of the Yu-Gi-Oh players' opinions here. One's like, oh,
Wait,
I hate Striker. Other one's like, it's the
are you
most.
telling me that the community is not some unchanging monolith that has singular opinions? What?
No,
What?
I wouldn't be suggesting blasphemy like that. I would not suggest blasphemy like that. Oh, and look at this. This is just like, all right. Well, I'm not gonna let you trigger your Ava. I'll go, I'll go Zeke banish it.
Oh my gosh.
To slowly grind you down.
Just another item in their long, enormous toolbox of specific answers to a variety of decks.
Yeah. It's
You have things on field that'll trigger if I destroy them, Zeke them out of the board. You have a bigger monster than me, Zeke and I gain a giant attack boost. You have a big wall of defense, attack directly with Kagari, or not Kagari, Hayate.
okay.
It's ridiculous.
Here comes the Rose. They're gonna go swinging in here for 3K. Yep, we're gonna see 3K. Maybe see a DPA main phase 2. But he's gonna use Zeke to gain
And
attack.
make it big.
Okay, so 2,500 Zeke here. Sky Striker has a very good matchup into Drytron. That's the only reason it appears so commanding here. Sky Striker does have a good Drytron matchup. So we got the Sky Striker defenders.
Well, then
here.
what?
Sorry, go ahead, Noah.
Well, then the opposite question is, what is Striker's bad matchup this format?
That's a good question.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good question. Yeah, I mean,
it seems commanding in this game, like it is in every game.
It's a good question. It's a good question. We have some people saying, well, do you ever feel oppressed by the deck turn 1? Which is like, maybe not really, but I think that's part of the fun of Striker, right? You don't drain the hope out of your opponent that quickly. You let them think they have a chance, and then you drain the hope out of them.
Yeah, you let them marinate a little bit, and then you flip the Widow Anchor.
Exactly. So okay,
Mwah.
we got Alpha trying its best here. It's a Drytron name, so not bad. Rez. BTO Beach still got his good habits going, asking for Rez. I commend him for that. That's pretty impressive. Here comes Link Karibo. To stall against that Zeke.
Getting to use that zone from Zeke. Ooh. Uh-oh.
We got the best comment I think so far. The only thing Striker loses to is itself when it doesn't draw Ray, which
now that you can't argue with that.
Yeah, you can't argue with that. So that is probably true. But I have to respect BTO Beatrice. Like this is like the kind of mentality you need to do really well at these tournaments. To no matter the situation, no matter what situation you're in, you're always thinking about how you can win. Like always, which is that's the kind of like mindset you really need to do well here. So,
and I want to acknowledge how hard it can be to get out of that. I've suffered from like being really dejected at tournaments from like losing key plays and stuff and playing worse because of that. But yeah, if you can figure out ways to mitigate those feelings, you will find that you do better in tournaments, because the only way that you're going to win is by believing yourself and actually looking for solutions instead of like wallowing in that self-deprecation.
Agreed. Yeah, it's like almost like detaching yourself from the actual game that's happening. It's like what happens doesn't affect you. You're just trying to play to, you're just trying to, move these pieces to generate a win. They're asking right now about whether Ava goes in attack or defense. It does come back in attack. You don't get to choose. It's not like a special summon back. It's very strange. I will say the rulings about stuff banishing and then coming back, they don't make any sense to me.
Nope. They're completely unintuitive. It's ridiculous. Because like Ava, a card like that still like what remembers how it was summoned even though it left the field, right?
Right, exactly. So it's like, okay, so it's weird because in Yu-Gi-Oh, like when a card changes location, usually it's considered a different card. But not really when it comes to banish and then return. So it's a little confusing. Zeke is now, what, 3,500? Here comes Engage. And I think we might be seeing this probably is the last turn of the duel here.
Wait, did they send the modules with its own effect to make sure that the spell's resolved?
No. I think it sent with Zeke, actually.
Zeke, okay.
Yeah, he sent with Zeke. I don't even think... Yeah. So Zeke sent the multi-roll. Gonna take the Ava again. Gonna use Ava to go into Link Karibo, probably. Okay, so he got Celestial at 3,500 Zeke. Ava into Link Karibo. Yep, this should probably do it.
Oh, yeah, because, like...
We see the
All
GGs.
right.
We see the GGs. And that means Zalika 18 will be moving to the finals with Sky Striker. B2 Beatrice still getting a pretty good payout himself. I think it's at least $200. I think it's more than $200, at least. So someone could correct me if I'm wrong. I don't have the thing right in front of me. Okay, let's see if the other finals match is still going on, shall we? I think it is. So do you want to head over? We're going to watch Kurt Cobain and You Broke My Heart in the PK Mirror match. See if that's still going.
Oh my goodness.
This one's still going.
I didn't know they came back just to play. Oh, this board looks heinous.
Oh my gosh. What do we walk in on? This is like when you walked in on something you're not supposed to be seeing. This is okay, we've got 60 cards, Mystic Mine on the board. It is currently You Broke My Heart's turn. I am not sure what is... Okay, trying to analyze this here. He sets one.
Okay, so this is PK versus PK.
This is PK versus PK. He's going to go Fusion Destiny. He's committing to playing here?
Wow.
It's surprising, actually, to me. Okay, so he can get rid of his opponent's DPE here, because he can go DP, pop his DPE, pop his opponent's DPE. That DPE can't activate. The problem, though, is his DP is going to come back. Is he going to DP pop his set and itself to sort of keep the Anaconda on the field? Like, this is what I'm really interested in here, right? Because it's close. It's really close here, right? Because DP is going to pop DPE. Kurt's DP can't trigger because there will be no monsters on the field.
Yep.
And then what's going to happen in the next standby phase is what I'm really curious about here. Yep, so right, Kurt can't use DP Graveyard, but You Broke My Heart can. He's going to pass.
Such a big brain play. I that would have gone right over my head, but the fact that Mystic Mine has no limits, once again deciding entire duels.
Yeah, okay, so he's gonna go standby phase DP. Now, what does he pop here? You could also pop the Anaconda as an actual viable option, and force basically, but it lets the Celestial resolve. So okay, he's gonna go DPE, pop himself.
E-Telly.
Yeah, and on his turn, he might go Mystic. He might go DP, pop Mystic Mine. However, if that's a Fog Blade, which it's possible that that's a Fog Blade, right? Um, but yeah,
Could be.
so standby phase. Here comes DP.
Oh my god.
What are we gonna see here? He's gonna summon that DP. Okay. Now, does he use this DP effect and try to get rid of the back row? If he uses DP effect though, and Fogblade would be the best draw here, because it's probably gonna force that Mystic Mind to get off the field.
So we can finally see some gameplay.
Yes. Yes. So, yep, he's gonna let it go. It's gonna be Call by the Grave. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, well, I technically probably would have chained it, but like on Denier, okay.
Pretty stellar pick. Getting rid of the malicious does something, but Denier is like the infinite recycler for that. So getting that out of contention is about the best you can get off that.
So I guess you pop the Vertane now instead. It gives you 500 damage. Yeah, you pop the Vertane instead. That's time in the round, by the way.
Yeah, on top of everything else, on top of the incredible fusion material, on top of being a quick effect, it also does not target.
Right, does not target, which is, yeah, it's huge. Now, is he going to go pop mine, still pop the Call By, or is he going to pop this Verte? That's what I'm confused about here. Because you can pop Call By the Grave, but...
Yeah, it's still a valid target, but like, why would you not hit the... Huh.
Okay, I guess. I mean, it's only 100 damage. It's literally no difference. But, I mean, 100 damage is 100 damage. Actually, it's actually 300 damage.
Well, a little more than that, because
there's only one malicious.
Do that, but
only one malicious. Actually, so it should be 2,200, I believe, not 23. I think they got the numbers mixed up. Now he normal summons Tour Guide. Ready? Set. No, he doesn't have it, I don't think, because he would have normaled it earlier.
Yeah, there's like... It's so oppressive, man. Like, I'm glad it's in the format. It's really cool. I like how games turn out around them, but like, just in a vacuum, man, Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer just does not let up.
We got a question. Are they playing until end of phase or using turn counts? They're using turn counts. So we're going to get 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, but the problem here is we've got Fogblades, and Dasher Celestial. So can Phoenix Enforcer stop that?
We can get the 2 cards out of hand, and then we're playing with actually a huge pool of cards here, but that is very dependent.
Okay, so here comes Fogblade. Fogblade going on Rusty. Makes sense.
Solid. Does kind of demand an answer, though, but since You Broke My Heart is in a commanding life point position, he actually doesn't need to do much to just clinch the win here. So triggering the DP now might not be a good idea.
Right. Unfortunately, Kurt's going to get 2 turns, I believe, because... I don't know what turn we're called, but even if yeah, he's getting at least 2 turns. This is going to be only one of his 2 turns. I don't even know if there's, do you think there's a third Fogblade in deck? That's like the $1 million question. Does he have something he can set? Probably. With the wings, maybe, I'm thinking. At least has a wings left, right? He went first, I think. Probably. I don't know who went first this game. But is he going to say okay here? The $1 million question. Is okay.
Wings,
yeah.
God, if Wings was on the board, that would actually be incredible because you can hit whatever you feel would be your worst target versus DPE, and it actually survives that. But unless Rusty goes to set that now, and then it somehow becomes relevant next turn, that's not going to factor in.
He thinks he has the third fog. Okay, he has the Fogblade. I would imagine he have like a wings too, maybe. So he has targets.
Yeah.
He hits them with the Ash. Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay, well, forget everything I just said. Now I have to find something.
Droplets, Nib, Dasher, Celestial. Okay, so here we go.
Oh, gets the hand out. Okay, cool.
Yep. Oh,
And there we go, off the top, baby!
oh my god.
You love to see it.
Oh no. Tour guide into tour guide. That's link material there at the very least. I mean, it's not over. It's not Cherubini. Cherubini's already been used. Okay, but it's. What is it here? What can they do? I mean, it's not actually. It wasn't as good as I thought it was. What are we gonna go for here? What are we gonna go for here? Oh, I see. We've already got a wings banished. Okay.
Okay, that's probably the only wings they play. I don't know anyone who plays multiple wings in their list.
Yeah, so 1 wings, 1 fog blade banished. Yeah, so maybe he has the fog blade in deck. His third fog blade. Okay, let's go on Levier.
Yeah. All right.
So this
Get the Torn Scales.
This DP's at what? 1250. 1250 is at this. Oh, he's gonna go for. Yeah, this DP's at 1250. Okay, I see.
Oh no! Use the Ancient Cloak effect. It doesn't change anything, but it'd be funny.
Yeah, it would be funny. It would be funny. It actually might be slightly better because it gives it 800. It's about the same.
Oh, it is persistent until the end of your opponent's turn. So if you have to
Right.
get rid of the Ancient Cloak, although I guess you can still do it now. Nothing's
Right.
stopping that from happening.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So, yeah, Kurt's gonna get another turn to do a little bit of damage. We're gonna see Downard Zeus, but I mean, this is not over. This is not over because
There we go.
DPE.
There's that boost.
DPE can, and we know that's not the Fogblade probably. Thinking draw face. Oh, okay.
Oh man, yeah, because if we can hit the DPE with the oh, that's huge actually.
Yeah, he can't summon back this DPE. So
Oh, it'll summon back because the effect's already activated, right?
No, because it's not like Solemn Judgment. It's just you can't do it. So he has to summon back the Malicious. It's not like negating the summon. Yeah, so he has to summon back the Malicious by rule here. He doesn't get his DPE.
I forgot that it had a whole stops the monster type summons as well. I was just thinking about effect.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be... Yeah, because he has to get the Malicious. Now, what did he draw here? Right, if he can force a Zeus...
Oh my god, that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, if he can force a Zeus, it's not bad. Okay, so he sets 1, passes. I think either this is the last turn, or You Broke My Heart gets 1 more turn. I'm not sure, but he's going to go Zeus... banish a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god, yeah, that's game. Yeah, because I think that this is going to be turn 3.
Yeah, I think because Kurt gets 1 more turn. And he's gonna, but he doesn't have like lethal.
He doesn't need to have lethal. The 3000 gets him over.
Wow, so there's but they're saying, oh, this is turn 3. So this is the last turn. Yeah, so 3000 just gets him over. Yeah, so just switches to attacks. That's GG.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the 3000 is gonna get him over there.
I was so sure Hart had this entire thing wrapped up.
Yeah, well, this is really interesting. That sequence there was pretty crazy. There goes Ancient Cloak, get the Torrent Scales. Probably just going to show that he could get the whole,
Yeah,
like
could actually do
damage.
lethal damage instead of just being like, I won in time kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly. So just finishing off the game here. Yep, summon that back. Make probably the rank 3 that has 2000 attack. And yep, that's going to seal it. That's going to seal it. Boosting by gloves just to be completely 100% optimal. Yeah.
maybe Hart, but
well, that's what I was thinking too.
There we go.
Yeah, but okay, that's going to be the end. Wow, so we are going to see
holy cow.
Kurt Cobain versus Zilka 18.